Yo, what's poppin'? So they dropped Twerk versus Jazz, right? Who y'all have winning that, man? Who y'all got taking that damn battle? I'm kind of like in the middle, kind of like in the gray area on a few things, which I'm gonna break down, right? So I want to say this first. Twerk, right? He was good, but I don't know, man. It just seemed like he was holding back. Seemed like homie wasn't really putting his best foot forward with this joint. He had some lines in there, some schemes and all of that. How he do? I don't know. He even wore some nice glasses to the joint. You know what I'm saying? He came like dressed up, as far as twerk, dressed up for twerk anyway, right? That the whole joint was just different, and it just seemed like this was a different twerk. It was twerk, but it was different. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, right? Now, Jazz, I mean, I really feel like this was her best joint. I'm talking about all time. I feel like this is one of, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of like liking her performance in this battle to Rock's battle with Jack Boy Maine that dropped recently. I feel like this was her best performance, some of her best bars, some of her best games, you know what I mean? So I really can't be mad at nobody for saying that, Jazz won. Some people feel like Jazz won, some people feel like Twerk won, some people feel like, I don't know. Some people feel like it was damn debatable. Huh? But here's the thing about these women versus men battles, these intergender battles. When you got somebody, for example, like a twerk, who's top tier, as good as he is, when you take a woman like Jazz, who's as good as she is, top tier also, it really just seems like all these females going up against these guys, they just have to be good enough, even though most of the time they be fire. But it seemed like there's this specific pattern that's been going on with Jazz in her last few battles, fam. And it just seemed like she really just has to be good enough to stand toe to toe. She just has to come with 3 good rounds, huh? And it's like she gets these brownie points for being Jazz, for being a woman, and taking the challenge. And that right there is enough to make people want to give her the battle alone. You with me? But you with me? You understand where I'm coming from with that? A Jazz fan wouldn't understand what I'm saying. You understand? And I ain't trying to take nothing away from Shorty because, but we gonna get real. We gonna get into it, huh? There's a pattern going on here. It's been said. It's been said a lot. You understand? But if you somebody who's, you're not into the whole bias issue, whatever. You watch it from the outside. Think, yeah, it pops up into your head. You do wonder. So going back to the Geechee battle, her and Geechee, they get up there and they like playing with each other. It was a horrible battle. On paper, it's like Geechee should have gotten her up out of here. He's not more lyrical than her. You know what I'm saying? And Geechee, really, as much as I ride with him, he's not. He's only like fire every couple of battles. He just has certain moments in the battles where he'll say something that's like, he was dressed up, she was dressed up. They wasn't even dressed up for a damn battle. It just took away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was too, a battle being, grimy, like, hoodie or, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like, it just, the whole feel. And I got that same feel for Twerk versus Jazz. If you know, you know. Right? So I couldn't be mad at nobody for saying Jazz won that. Right? Now, when she battled Clips, I don't know what Clips was doing, and I was highly upset because on paper, once again, on paper, Clips should have been able to beat Jazz. Not saying that she's not capable of beating him, but I cannot believe he got up there and pussyfooted around. It just seemed like all these fools was pussyfooting around, man. It seemed like they was playing with Jazz, like they wasn't really trying to put their best foot forward. They've been 10 times better with some of these men, top tier men, but it seems like when it comes to Jazz, they just take a step down, man. I'm not understanding this. See, with Rum, I could say Rum was putting his foot in it. You know what I'm saying? He was saying some fire stuff. I watched that battle a couple of times. That was actually one of my favorite Rum battles versus Jazz. But see, Jazz was good in that battle too. She was good in that battle. You know what I'm saying? She was good enough to make it a debatable. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. And I feel like, based on everything I just said, the fact that all these dudes, it's like they just like, I don't know, man. It's like they just fumble a little bit when it comes to Shorty. You know what I'm saying? And it's, to me, it seemed like this is why Jazz continues to pick these men. I mean, she says it all the time. She picks her battles a certain way. So I'm starting to really pay attention to what she means by that. You understand? There's a certain formula here. Jazz knows when she's going up against the women, these top tier women, we talking about same sex, same gender. So if one of these women was to really like give Jazz a debatable or possibly beat her, I feel like it'd be more talked about because it's another woman. When she going up against a man, it's like she get the, I feel like she get the best of both worlds, fam. She can't really lose. Like, cause if she win versus these dudes, people gonna yell that out in a minute. Yo, I think I really got Jazz beating Twerk. Like, yo, Jazz really made it a debatable with Nitty. You know what I'm saying? They'll say that all day. But if they was to happen to beat her, it wouldn't really be a surprise, and she would be okay with that. You understand what I'm saying with this, fam? Am I tripping? Meanwhile, you got Hustle, who I know a lot of people feel like they already battled. I don't want to hear that though. I don't want to hear that. Because when you talk about top of the top, as far as female battle rap, Hustle and Jazz. Like, who cares if they battled all those years ago? This is a different time. Their styles are different now. You know what I'm saying? They perform different. Everything is different than what it was at that time. So it would be a completely different battle. So don't say that it wouldn't be worth it for them to do this battle. And rumor goes, according to Hustle, that it was set up to where it could have happened at Summer Madness. And from what I heard, it was gonna possibly be main event. And it was gonna be a nice bag involved. She called herself Big Bag, but she didn't accept that battle. She's into those big matches, those big stages, but she didn't accept this battle. But had it been against one of these men, she would have probably accepted it. Now, why is that? That's all I'm saying, fam. I really do feel like Jazz wants to keep, the flow of things going. She don't want to mess it up. She's very strategic with her choices. You know what I mean? She tweets this out. She just recently tweeted it out again. She said, "Y'all know how I choose my battles." Now, if you ask her, she'll say it's because, I already battled her. There's other opportunities. She might have even said, "I want to give other females a chance" or something like that, like a Coffee or somebody. But you ain't even battled Coffee yet. You know what I'm saying? To some of y'all, it might sound like I'm hating, but I'm just speaking some real issue right now, fam. This is from my analysis. And who knows, her and Coffee could be set up to battle. But the way she talking right now is like it's bigger than Coffee even. Let me explain what I mean. So a Ruin Your Day watch backdrop, and Jazz said on there, speaking about her next battle. She said that I do think this last battle is gonna cement who I am in battle rap. Jazz on her next battle. Right? So right there she's giving hints that it's somebody big. Hmm? So who comes to mind? Not anybody I can really think of. I mean, I can think of maybe a few names, maybe. And it's probably the same names that other people are saying, right? So she had put out this tweet. She said, if y'all have paid attention to how I handle my career and choose my opponents, this next one should be so obvious, right? And we know how she works. She always goes for the big, she always goes for these top tier men. That's the bag she's in now. It's gonna be somebody who could only elevate her any more than any further than she is right now. You know what I'm saying? I see some people talking about it could be Lux, which I wouldn't want to see. I actually left this comment. I said if Jazz ain't battling Misfit or Hustle or even a Coffee, I don't want to see Jazz battle nobody else. I'm not, Jazz. I'm not really like stoked for a Jazz battle in the first place. Once again, I know you gonna say I'm hating. I'm just keeping it 100, fam. I'm just keeping it 100. I don't hate the girl or nothing. I just gave her props. Jazz was fire versus Twerk. She was fire versus Nitty. All I'm saying is, I want to see somebody that's gonna give her a challenge, and not even a man, because I feel like that's like I feel like her battling a man at this point is a cop out, bro. That's how I feel. So people are speculating on who she's talking about. Um, Mills was like, "This is one that they'll never guess." Bandit Montana says, "I feel like I know who it is, and I feel like it might be the perfect time for it." Even the source uh, spoke on it. He was like, "Should be incredible. Might be the toughest matchup yet, to be honest." So the people behind the scenes, they know what's up. They already, they already know what's going on with it. As you sit here and think, who could Jazz be getting ready to battle next? Somebody who she says is basically going to cement her, for the top tier, the battle rapper, the you know, the name that she is. I see some people saying Rock. I see some people saying Lux. I see some people saying Coffee, but even Coffee, that wouldn't necessarily cement her even further, would it? Because people already feel like Jazz would dog walk Coffee, even though I feel like Coffee will give her one hell of a battle. It's a popularity thing, though, that's another thing I hate about battle rap. It's about popularity, picks, and all that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you know the game done changed. But am I tripping? Is Jazz like purposely choosing to battle these men, you know, from the standpoint of, okay, if I battle them, they beat me, nobody's gonna make a big deal about it. Because on paper they should beat me. But if I win, I get all the credit in the world. How could I not feel like that's a cop out? She doesn't lose anything either way, fam. Meanwhile, Hustle been trying to get her to come outside, and nah, she ain't got the battle Hustle. I'm just having a hard time understanding why she wouldn't. If you want to be Mount Rushmore, if you were to beat Hustle clear in this era, this day and age, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Hustle, she's not one female. Hustle don't even lose like that. So if Jazz could be the one to do it, even though I did have Eunice beating her, but if Jazz could do that, she could shut all the critics down once and for all. There wouldn't be nothing else left to say. But other than that, who do y'all think Jazz is gonna face next, man? Leave y'all comments. Realest one, I'm out.